Good morning, guys. We have some new cards for the upcoming LA Day set. We have new Snake-Eye support and new Goblin support. I want to quickly take a look at that with you. We will also take a look at the pre-sales over on Tier Zero Gaming and also Kong Cards. Not sponsored by them, but I just want to show you the insanity that has brought Maze of Millennia, the new pack that the entrance openings were yesterday on YouTube. Of course, we are expecting Bonfire for Snake-Eye and also Transaction Rollback for Labyrinth, and then we had a big surprise card in there, but we will talk about this in a moment. We first have new support here, and we can take a look at the new Snake-Eye Diabellstar support. Very interesting here. Let's see what this is. Snake-Eye Diabellstar, level 8 fire spellcaster effect monster. When an attack is declared involving this card and an opponent's monster, you can place that opponent's monster and this face-up card in their owner's spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. Okay, and obviously you are able with all the Snake-Eye stuff to resummon this. If this card is a continuous spell, you can target one fire monster in your graveyard except Snake-Eye Diabellstar. Snake-Eye's Diabellstar, yeah. Place it face up in its owner's spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. Target one fire monster in your graveyard, and if you do special summon this card. Okay, so you could battle into something, then put the opponent's monster in the spell and trap zone, thereby removing it basically, putting this in the spell and trap zone, and then putting another of your fire graveyard monsters in the spell and trap zone, and resummoning this. And then you could, for example, use your Big Daddy Snake-Eye, the Flamberge Dragon, to get the thing, because this one is able to put one card that is in the spell and trap zone back onto the field of its owner. So you could then resummon the fire monster that you have summoned from the grave. That sounds nice. The only thing that I am thinking about at this moment is how do you get this thing onto the board, right? Oh, am I missing something here? Isn't this one would not be able to, right? Especially someone level. Oh no, it would not be able to add on Diabellstar monster. Because the Diabellstar, the Black Witch, you can obviously just get to the field by special summoning this and by discarding or giving away a card either from your hand or your field. But at the moment, I'm a bit blanking on how you would get this to the field, because you obviously don't want to summon this. Wait, can you wait, can you use the Snake-Eye, the little Snake-Eye cards, the Ash and stuff? You can add one blah blah, but you can send two face-up cards you control through have, including this card, special summon one Snake-Eye monster from your hand or deck. Okay, so as this is a Snake-Eye monster, you should be able to summon this via your little Snake-Eyes. Yeah, looks cool, honestly. It looks strong to me. I don't know what you are thinking. Let me know in the comments. I think this is a strong card, yeah. Then we have a new quick play spell, a Battle of Sinful Spoils. Target the cards you control up to the number of your Sinful Spoil cards that are banished or in your graveyard. Okay, that sounds good. And or cards your opponent controls up to the number of their Sinful Spoil cards that are banished or in the graveyard. Destroy them. Okay, what? Okay. If this set card is destroyed or banished by an opponent's activated effect, you can shuffle up to 2 cards on the field into the deck. Okay, this also seems to be very strong, honestly, because this is obviously a nice card in the mirror, and everyone will play Snake-Eye Diabellstar, Snake-Eye Diabellstar Fire King, la la la. So you might have your Wanted in the grave, you might have your Seeker of Sinful Spoils in the grave. So this might be 2 or 3 cards depending on how big your Sinful Spoils engine is. And then you can maybe shoot up to 2 or 3 cards on the field, and then also if this card is destroyed, which or it has to be by an opponent's activated effect, okay. But the destroyed effect is also very nice. So very nice interruption, also quick play spell. I think this is quite nice, especially because if we like compare it, for example, with Fire King Skyburn, then you can see that the Skyburn, as it targets Fire King monsters on the field, so you have to target Fire King monsters on the field equal to the number of cards you want to destroy in your opponent's field. Obviously, you have the bonus effect that you destroy your own Fire King cards, but this one basically works with, let's call it, field resources. So it's way harder to remove for your opponent, that is to remove stuff from your graveyard so that your Battle of the Sinful Spoils isn't that good. So I guess for a dedicated Sinful Spoils deck that plays a big Sinful Spoils package, this is a no-brainer, very, very good. I think this could just be good in any deck that uses Snake-Eye Diabellstar stuff. This could be a one-off. So you have something impactful to summon of your little Snake Eyes besides the big Snake Eye Flamberge Dragon. Then we have Goblin Biker Griale Trio, rank 3, Light Warrior XYZ effect monster. I have to be honest, not too familiar with the Goblin stuff, but let's just read it. If there are really 2 plus level 3 monsters, you can make it with 2 or more. If there are 3 or more XYZ materials attached to monsters on the field, your Goblin monsters can attack directly. Okay, this seems strong. Once per turn, if a monster is normal or special summoned while this monster is on the field, you can target one of them, detach 1 X-0 from a monster on the field, and if you do, change the target's monster's battle position. Okay, once per turn when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can detach 1 X-Z material from a monster on the field, and if you do, negate the attack. Okay, all in all, I like this. I like this can attack directly thing. I think this can lead, as I already said, not too familiar with the Goblin Rider archetype, but I think this can lead to some very nice KO situations, to be honest. But all in all, not the strongest card. The other effects are not that great in my opinion. And we have Goblin Biker Pileup. Normal trap card, target 1 XYZ monster you control, special summon 1 Goblin XYZ monster from your extra deck by using that monster you control as material. And if you do, attach this card to it as material. So it's basically like a Pearly Yeep. You can manage this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Goblin XYZ monster you control and 1 card in either graveyard. Attach the second target to the first as material. Okay, this honestly seems quite strong, giving you the ability to basically use the Goblin Rider XYZ that you need as a reaction to whatever your opponent does. And then also the second effect, also quite nice, a nice interruption. Your opponent summons something very impactful, you just attach that stuff to one of your Goblin Riders as a material. This also seems very nice, very strong. So this is, I guess, a mid card. The other cards here seem nice, especially the Snake-Eye Diabellstar. It's a bit like Telemens Kashtira, so 2 archetypes mixed in one. Yeah, okay, it looks cool. I'm very interested in seeing how this will impact the meta when this comes out in the OCG at the end of the month. And then we will quickly hop over to a Tier 0 gaming and then also Maze of Millennia Concards, because the Maze of Millennia pre-orders are there. If you don't know, you can always pre-order stuff when the sets come out after the influencer openings. Some sites then make or already set the pre-orders up. Normally pre-orders are overhyped. With Age of Overlord it was the other way around. Pre-orders were in the end way cheaper, so I guess that's why we have some of these hype prices here. You can see transaction rollback, so let me quickly show you a card if you don't know what we are talking about. We're talking about this here. Transaction rollback, which is a very nice trap for Labyrinth that you can basically discard, or you could also use it, but you can discard this for your Labyrinth Chandroglir or your Stovey-Torby, and then you can activate this to basically copy any other trap card in your graveyard. If this is in your graveyard, you can just banish this and then copy one of your graveyard's trap cards. So you can copy, for example, a Big Welcome Labyrinth. You can use 2 Big Welcome Labyrinths in one turn because this is not a Big Welcome Labyrinth. You could also, for example, use the viruses if you wanted to without paying the cost. So you could activate an Eradicator Epidemic Virus without paying the Tribute 1 Dark Monster cost. You can, in general, activate trap cards without paying their cost, which leads to some crazy interactions. So we have the transaction rollback as a collector's buying out for $60 here. And then I think the normal one, let's just quickly check the normal one. The normal one sold out at, I think, 30, if I'm correct here. Not really finding it right now. But I think it was, it sold out at 25. Okay, I think 25 is a pretty fair price. This is an ultra rare from the set where the highest rarity is actually ultra rare. 25, this is a nice price. 60 for the collectors also, and we can also see the ultra rare Bonfire here for 55. Which I think is a fair price. This is the price I'm expecting. I'm expecting Bonfire to be around 50. This is the Pyro Search card for the Snake-Eye archetype, making all the Snake-Eye, the Fire King, the Rescue S decks the new meta staple decks, you could say. So this is basically just add a fire level 4 or lower Pyro monster from your deck to your hand. It's a Rota for Pyros. very hyped card. I think 55 is a fair price. It's sold out at that price because we can see over here on Kong Cards, which they have also presumably sold out their cards. You can also see, by the way, Triple Tactics Rust had a reprint in this set and is sold out here at $30, which I think is fine. It's a nice price point. We have a reprint for Rescue Ace Hydrant, which is awesome because this is definitely the last card that was expensive in Rescue Ace. Now you can build a cheap Rescue Ace deck if you want to, but keep in mind that you will need the transaction, no, sorry, not the transaction rollback, the Bonfire and the Wanted for full power version. That is something to keep in mind. And then we also have, there's a transaction rollback that's still available here for $34. So this will probably drop on release to a lower price. It probably will be something around the price point of Big Welcome Labyrinth. So at the moment, Big Welcome is at least in the Euro market at 22, 25 euros. So I think this will hit a similar point just because this is a card that you cannot really use in a lot of other decks. Bonfire is way more splashable, so way more usable, but this is basically a Labyrinth card, right? So this is basically 3 additional copies of Big Welcome Labyrinth and additional stuff that you can do with this. For example, the virus that I just talked about. And then if we scroll further down, we can see the Bonfire sold out at $46, which is definitely, in my opinion, overpriced. We had this at 75 over the day yesterday, which also sold out. So yeah, wild prices here. I think this will go to around about 50 when we get the real release. So remains to be seen here, but definitely a lot crazier than I expected, the Bonfire that is. We will have to see how many people will open this set, because obviously the chase cards are the Bonfire, the transaction rollback, and then the Triple Tactics Thrust. And maybe you want the Rescue Ace and engine, but then you can also just go and buy the singles, I guess. So yeah, very interesting. Let me know in the comments whether you want to invest in all this fire stuff, Fire King, Rescue Ace, Bonfire stuff, whether you even play the TCG tomorrow. No, that's not tomorrow. It is tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the release of the new pack in Master Duel. Obviously, there will be videos about that. Thanks for being here, guys. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, hitting a thumbs up and the notification bell, and we will see each other in the next one.